Y'all, so all right, well, since you're here, I'll talk about the shenanigans, I guess. So if you didn't, I'm gonna restart this computer because I don't know what's going on. If y'all didn't know, it's some shenanigans going on with this guy named Kingsman. I think that's his name. And it's this like $40,000 Marvel Rivals tournament that was going on. And they did it like any other tournament. You get captains and then you randomly pick people just to make the integrity of the game more equal. Even though, in my opinion, I feel like there's no way to like well balance out every team unless everyone's the same rank. That's just me personally. So it's a creator. It's called like what is it? It's like it was like paying tributes to Deadpool coming out or something like that, right? So I watched the guy's video and I watched the other guy's video that apparently got kicked out too. Two people got kicked out. And I'm watching it and the whole time I'm like almost crashing out in the gym while I'm listening to this video. And the reason why I'm crashing out is because if you are an Overwatch player or you came from Overwatch, you would see why Kingsman was very like serious, like very, very serious about this tournament. Is money on the line. He done already said, look, I'm a broke college kid. I need to pay for school. Like, I'm trying to get this money. I'm trying to do the best that I can. And as someone that has done tournaments before, so I'm not just like talking out my ass, I get it. Like, I get how like overly competitive you can be when it comes to wanting to win, especially when it's money on the lines. It's not bragging rights. It's not, stuff like that. And I get the other side too, where it's like they're just there for the content. They're there for the vibes. And I feel like, in my opinion, listening to both sides of the story or seeing where both sides of the story come from, I feel like the tournament organizer let them both down. But I feel like the integrity of the tournament, the way that it was made, like if you were gonna do it for only entertainment, like it's strictly entertainment because it's a creators tournament and we're just highlighting Deadpool. Because for the record, like they want at least one person playing Deadpool, and Deadpool just came out. What you should have did instead is still have the tournament, but paid all the creators. Like, okay, if you're going to do this tournament is strictly entertainment, you all are going to get $1,000 or you all gonna get $2,000. Like, don't make it a competitive tournament where like the top person gets more money than the bottom person, because then yes, it does turn into being competitive, no matter how casual or how laid back or how, oh, I'm here for the vibes you want it to be. Because you're gonna get that super competitive you're going to get that super competitiveness out of some people, and then out of other people, they're just like, I'm not really trying too hard, because maybe in their case financially I don't need the money, I'm just here for the vibes. Because in the video the girl was like, broke boy or broke college mentality, I could never. Girl, what? He said over and over again, I need this money, I'm in college. I need this money, I am in college. I need y'all to take it seriously. And I think that the thing that made him say like what went wrong is when he went into the tournament, the person in particular that they're talking about throughout the whole video, which is the Black Widow main, said going in that she doesn't only just play Widow, she plays Helen and Phoenix, which right now in Marvel Rivals is meta. So it's like, why are you not playing the meta players? Why are you playing Widow, which is not as a team contributing? Like, you yourself, this is the thing that I'm saying that to say, with these types of tournaments, when money is involved, anytime money is involved, ain't no vibes. We getting this money. What are you talking about for the vibes? We getting this money. You don't know how to play a character? You got 2 days, 1 day to learn how to play them. Y'all would not be able to survive in Overwatch. People are competitive in arcade mode in Overwatch. And this is my problem with Marvel Rivals, because it tries to be a better Overwatch. And maybe casually, yes, casually, I agree. Casually, Marvel Rivals is better than Overwatch if you want to just like chill, you want to vibe, you want to, you know, do whatever. Competitively, Overwatch will always be better than Marvel Rivals because people are taking the game more seriously over there. Like I said, arcade mode, quick match. I had someone, we was playing Overwatch this one time, right? And I noticed that I'm guilty of it too, because I see how competitive I am when it comes to when I did play Overwatch. I need to go back. I heard it's a new character. But anyway, this guy was fussing at one of our teammates. And he says, "What are you doing? Like, get on the point, you're throwing the game." And the dude said, "Chill out, guy. Like, chill out. It's a quick match." The guy was like, "I don't want to hear that. Some people use quick match to practice for competitive. If you want to just chill for the vibes, go to arcade." That's when I knew Overwatch was overly competitive. Overwatch is a different ball game. Like, and that's why I said, like, both sides, I get it. Like, some people don't need the money, so they're here. Like, I'm just here for the vibes. I'm not trying to, you know, be sweaty. I just want to chill and vibe out and have a good time with creators that I don't know. Like, I get their point of view, and I also get Kingsman point of view. And that's why I said I put it on the creator of the tournament, whoever is the organizer of the tournament, because they didn't make it clear if this was like competitive or if it's for just content. Because if it's just for content, pay all the creators for being there. Hey, I want you to be a part of my tournament. We'll pay this amount of money for you to be a part of the tournament, just to vibe out. And then there's no pressure to play Deadpool, because that's the whole point. It's like, Deadpool came out, I want to have a tournament to highlight Deadpool. Do it like that, but don't put a whole bunch of money on the line and be like, "Oh yeah, this is, if you want to be competitive, you need to go pro." You made it competitive as soon as you said it was a tournament. As soon as you said it was a tournament, it turned competitive. It doesn't even have to have money involved, because some people like bragging rights. So you can't say that. And then the fact that he kicked them out without even like reaching out to him to see like, "Oh, like, what's your side of the story? Like, what's going on?" just shows how like unorganized that structure is. And they say, "Well, it's the professionalism and da 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 da." It's like, what do you mean people don't get a warning? You didn't even reach out to the person. You took one side of the story and didn't even hear what happened. You had so many options that you could have did. You could have swapped teammates. Okay, this team is not vibing. This team is having a hard time working it together. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to swap teammates. To anybody that wants to volunteer, swapping teammates, and we're going to see if that works. If this guy is still bringing the vibes down on the second team, then you know you can then kick him out or do whatever. But the fact that they took it that way, that's who I'm mad at. Like, I get the creators were just like, okay, he's nagging about this whole meta thing, because that would annoy me too. Like, you repeating the same thing over and over again would annoy the crap out of me, no matter how respectful you are. I too would have told him, "Hey, listen, shut up. We'll figure it out." But you keep saying things over and over again is not going to have anybody change their mind at the moment. So I get that. And I get his side where it's like, he has this competitive itch where it's like, I'm trying to win the money. Like, what are we going to do? But as a captain, you have to reassure him, "Hey, like, I hear your opinion, and let's just try this comp first. Let's play this. and then we'll change some stuff up during like the next games. Let's do stuff like that. Let's not worry about that right now. Let's get our synergy together, our play styles. How is our play? Because like you can play any character and still have like a similar play style for like each character. So I feel like the captain let him down. I feel like she didn't like reassure him enough, and that's a job as a captain. Like as a captain, you're supposed to be not antagonizing someone. You're supposed to be like not the peacemaker, but the interpreter between like everything that's going on. And as a captain, when we did Twitch Rivals for one of the games, first thing I said was, Shane was in this tournament. It was Shane, Lou, and Brandon, but mind you, we're all friends. But the first thing I asked him was, are we actually trying to win, or are we here for the vibes? And Shane to tell you, that's the first question I asked. Are we trying to win? Because if we're trying to win, we need to be practicing this game that just came out like a lot. Are we here for the vibes? Are we here just to like relax and chill? And then Brandon asked the same thing, like, are we here, like what's our thing? We all agreed we were here for the vibes. We just want to have fun with our friends in Twitch Rivals because this is our first Twitch Rivals. And guess what happened? We had fun. We had fun. And it was all good. You said I need more dedicated people like you in my faction. I mean, I have PlayStation. I could hook it up. I just don't know how to play Rivals on controller, so I'm gonna be doo-doo water. I'm gonna have to learn how to play every character by the beginning. But as soon as they do cross-play, I got you. I got you. But that's just my opinion. I feel like the whole situation is unfortunate. And what sucks is I actually know someone that was on the team. Casey. I don't know. Her full name's like Quesadilla on there. I know Casey. And Casey's not that type of person to like be rude or whatever. Like she's like a sweet person. Like even in competitiveness, she doesn't really say a lot. Like when I watch her VODs, I know her. Like I know her in person. Like, but when I watch her VODs, when I watch her stream, even when like she's playing comp, she's not toxic. She's just like, I notice like support mains are just like we don't really like, we're just here. We're here to heal, pretty much. So that's unfortunate because now one of my friends, one of my content creator friends, is like associated with this whole drama thing. But overall, I just think that again, like it's just tournament organizers, y'all need to do better. Like I've seen some really good tournaments that was well put together. They were on time about a lot of stuff. The structure of how the teams were as far as like evened out strengths, because that one trick Widow was the lowest rank person on the team playing DPS. And from what I learned, just being realistic with y'all, when you're the lowest rank on your team, you mostly need to be playing support. And that's not coming at support players, because obviously I am a support player, but that's the realization of it. Or like you need to play somebody that's meta and try to get more reward out of it. That's just me personally. But I feel like the organizer, that's just me. Hi Jojo. I agree they could have switched him to a different team. It would have been so simple. He's overly competitive and we just want to chill out. We need to switch people because he's not vibing with the team very well. It's that easy. It's that easy. I just think the organizer just didn't want the woman to come out with a story that the men of the tournament were toxic, so they just removed the guy altogether to avoid any smoke. From what I heard from a little birdie, he actually didn't want that particular person in the tournament. He wanted somebody that was going to bring more viewers to the tournament, because as soon as he got let go, it was easy for that guy to get switched for a streamer named Moxie, which, if you don't know Moxie, Moxie's the one that used to play Overwatch with XQC. And Moxie has a lot of viewers playing FPS games. So I think it was a setup personally. I think they never wanted him on there, maybe because he wasn't bringing in enough viewerships compared to other creators personally. And that's why my beef is with the tournament organizer, saying this whole like, oh, the integrity and professionalism of the, like, this isn't a real tournament, you need to be a pro player. Bro, you put money on it. It is a pro player game now. How about that? It's a pro content creator tournament. That's what it is. You want it to be about vibes and content, pay everybody and tell everybody to act goofy in this damn tournament. But as soon as you put a prize pool pot in this thing, everybody and their mama is like, I'm trying to win this money, except for his team, apparently, because they're there for the vibes. But the average person, especially the average person that is a broke college kid, because he said it multiple times, is trying to win. They're trying to win. They are trying to win the best way possible. And the best way possible is not playing Widow. It's not. Widow's not meta right now. And the thing that bothered me the most is he offered to change, but the captain didn't want him to change because he was doing so well on Magic. Something got to give, bro. Something has to give. Something has to give. They just ain't think his story would get this much traction. Bro, I heard the Atlanta Hawks post about it. That's how big it, like, that's how big it occurred. Like, it's that big to the point where that's happening. But the thing that bothers me is people are like, oh, well, they kicked them out because men are simping over the girl. It was 4 girls and 2 guys, and both of the guys got kicked out. Like, y'all need to do your research first before speaking. It was 4 girls, 2 boys. Both of the boys got kicked out. Not just Kingsman. The other, I forgot the other creator's name. The other creator got kicked out too. I watched her on one day and her team was slightly toxic to her and she just rolled with the punches. She's very confrontational and people attack her as well because she wasn't mean. Are you talking about Casey? Casey just be chilling. Casey just be chilling. And that's why I was watching the video and I didn't really hear her speak a lot. She keeps to herself. She don't say much. What up, son? Oh, so it was a business decision? I personally feel like he kicked them out with no remorse because he wanted somebody with more viewers to be in his tournament to get more exposure. That's me personally. That is me in my opinion. That is not what's facts. So I have to clarify that. But I think it's unfortunate that this guy had to go through this all because he was overly competitive. It's a tournament with money. Like, what are we talking about? Tournament with money, and you don't expect me to be a tryhard? Like, make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense. But like I said, I'm speaking from somebody that came from Overwatch. I'm speaking from somebody that actually participated in multiple tournaments. Some tournaments for the vibes, some tournaments for the money. I did a charity tournament that's technically for the vibes. And guess what? I wanted to win the most money for my charity. So I and a couple of other people, we knew that we were not the best team going in. But you know what we did? Because we wanted to win the most money for our charity, we practice and practice and practice. I practiced Valorant so much for this viewer sync Battle of the Charities tournament. so much that after my coach, because I got a coach, that's how serious I was about winning this money for this charity. I got a Valorant coach because I was a rookie or iron player. I think it's iron in Valorant player. I was not good. I was coming from Apex, but I didn't play mouse and keyboard. I was coming from Apex controller. I got a coach. And outside of my coach teaching me, I still was practicing in game. I was practicing comp. I was practicing lineups. I was practicing my aim. I'm like, I'm being serious about this tournament because I know I'm not the best player, and I want to at least help contribute to my team. So I told my team, they told me everybody that they played, I said, what character do I need to play in order to contribute? They said, we need smokes, we need this, we need that. All right, guess who's about to be learning Brim? Ain't never played Brim or played minimum of Brim, never played KO, minimum of KO. And who's about to, when I say I was not really playing KO like that, and KO was meta at the time, so it was like, we need an initiator. I was practicing because I'm like, I want to win this tournament. But I think that's because I have that same competitive drive that Kingsman has, and not a lot of people have that competitive drive. I think that's what it is. And the crazy thing is that tournament that I did where I was studying how to play KO and working really, really hard to be like good at the game is the day on that stage I got my first ever ace. Ever. And I feel like that was a sign of my improvement. Because before I would be bottom fragging, man, I couldn't kill nothing. I had like maybe 2 kills throughout the whole game. And I went from that to getting an ace. I think I was like the second or third most kills in the game. I was practicing. And that shows like if you lock in and you're like, I want to contribute as much as I can for my team, you can win. You are able to win. And all these people were diamond or higher. It was a celestial, and it was a couple of, I don't know what is it, celestial, and then it's like something else. But the Widow main was diamond 1. I feel like if I was in her shoes and somebody's like, can you play Bucky? I'd be like, well, no, I can't play Bucky, but I can play Hella and I can play Phoenix. What comp do you think we can work around that? I would just keep reminding, because he kept saying Bucky. That annoyed me. That annoyed the crap out of me. I was like, stop bringing up Bucky. She says she doesn't know how to play Bucky. She doesn't know how to play support, which is a problem. I feel like when you're playing Rivals, you need to know how to play at least one character in each category. Like, I don't like one tricks at all. And I also don't like one trick category players. Like, if you only play DPS, that's a problem. If you only play a tank, that's a problem. If you only play support, that's a problem. Like, I'm a support main, but if support roles are taken, I got a couple of characters on tank. I got a couple of characters on DPS. Now, are those my strongest? No, they're not my strongest. But that's better than me not knowing anybody and me asking someone to switch. Like, y'all need to do better, in my opinion. Y'all, I understand it's a free game and everybody can do whatever they want. But we trying to get this, I'm sorry, we trying to get this money. Anytime I heard, I'm like, $40,000. Each of y'all get three G's. And you talking about some, you here for, nah, I'm not here for no vibes. You better vibe that shit. You better vibe that shit somewhere else. You better lock in, friend. Lock in, twin. We trying to get this money. We try to get this money. What are you talking about? Even if you don't need the money, you can use the money to get a Louis Vuitton bag or something that you don't need. Like, who doesn't want more money? That's what confused me. Like, what are we talking about? Hi, Pop. How are you doing? Son, who's your DPS? I play Squirrel Girl, Punisher. I'm gonna start learning Wanda a little bit, or Scarlet Witch, if you don't know. Scarlet Witch. And who else? I was learning Iron Man, but there's no point in learning Iron Man because, like, he's kind of weak compared to what's going on right now in comp. Mostly Squirrel Girl and Punisher, though. I might learn Bucky just for the sake of learning Bucky, because I just like his line. But that's just me. That's how I approach divisions. I have a DPS build, skill build, and support build. That's what you're supposed to do. Pop, I'm doing good. We're talking about this whole Kingsman situation with the whole, like, him getting kicked out of the $40,000 tournament just because he was competitive. He wasn't disrespectful. I think the only thing that you can argue is that he was singling her out, which is a form of being slightly toxic. But again, I think that falls on the captain. Like, the captain has to regulate what's going on. And I'm sorry to say this because I don't know the person. From what I've seen in the video, she was not a good captain. Everybody's not meant to be a captain, personally. That's just me. I remember one time I was a captain, but I was a captain on paper, but somebody that had more experience in competitive, I had them leading. But I feel like that's also a good captain too, because a good captain doesn't have to lead by being the one that tells everybody what to do. A good captain can be somebody that, again, regulates like what's going on and putting people in proper roles in order to have the most success. So like, if I'm playing Rivals and this person is basically my star player, this is basically my star player. Kingsman is star player. He's the best person on the team, period. That's just what it is. He's the best person on the team. His stats show that he's the best person on the team. I would entertain his opinions, but then I would say, what does the team want to do? How can we come up with a resolution for everybody to just be the best of them without anyone feeling like they're under pressure? Like, I feel like, again, like, as a captain, you have to talk to your team and make sure that everybody's good and everybody's seen, everyone's heard, and you're able to give the best results for the vibes that you want. If you want good vibes, you have to lead accordingly. That's just me personally. Real talk, Wanda can be learned in minutes. Bro, Wanda's so, like, that Widow could have played Wanda. That Widow could have played Wanda and been like, all right, we good. This is me. I'm a DPS main, but I have support. I'm okay with the same for tanks. That's what she said. She said, I'm not here for the money. I'm here for the vibes. And the thing that I think that makes his case stronger is when she picked him, she said, like, last time I came last in place because I didn't take it seriously. This is the captain that said it. So this time I'm gonna take it seriously, and she picked him first. And then they had a conversation about it, and they were talking about like each person. And then she said, I think everybody wants to win in the tournament. Like, that's what she said before this whole debacle happened, where she's like, I'm here for the vibes. Like, somebody was like, I'm here for the vibes. Like, what do you mean? I was told that everybody was going to be having the same competitiveness that I have. So what changed? Like, what's going on? And then the fact that, again, the Widow said that she played other characters, but she wasn't switching to other characters. Like, she was only playing one character. And then when he tried to switch a character, because he said he could play Mantis, he said that he can play tank, he could play, like, he was like, I'm a flex player. They were like, no, like, your magic is really good. Well, something has to give. My magic is really good, but the Widow's not contributing. and the Widow doesn't want to switch. So if we're going to create a team around the Widow, I have to switch. I have to switch. We have to do 3 support, 2 tanks with the Widow. I can go tank. I can go healer. No. Like, your Mantis is really good. Why can't we do Mantis? I mean, your Magic's really good. Why can't we do Magic? Then Widow has to switch. Because it's not working. This synergy is not working. You guys' stats are not working. I'm top fragging right now. I'm carrying the team, and I don't feel like putting in all this support for this school project where other people just get to put their name on it. Like, I get it. I only heard about this because the FGC was talking about it. Bro, it's so big to the point where the anime community is talking about it. The sports community is talking about it. I seen something about it yesterday. And then I seen that they posted a video. So I watched the video. And the whole time I was just so pissed off. Because like I said, I come from Overwatch. And Overwatch makes you competitive. Like, even Tim the Tap Man said, like, the same things I'm saying. Like, this is no shot at, like, any of the players. This is no shot at the Widow player. But I don't like one tricks. And when he said that, I was like, clock it. I'm the same. I don't like one tricks either, because what happens is when you're a one trick and you can only play one thing, that means your team has to play around you. And that composition might not always work when you're going into a competitive game. But also, you could be a one trick in a character that is not meta. That's the real problem if we want to keep it real. Like, if they were a one trick Hela, one trick Phoenix, one trick something that can contribute because it's meta, or someone, or that character got a buff, nobody ain't saying nothing. Nobody's going to care. No one, everybody going to be like, all right, it is what it is. We going to go in this game. But when you are one trick and it's a character that is not on average, not this person in particular, but the character themselves is not contributing on average in a competitive scene, and money's on the line, you're not helping anyone. You're not. That's what's unfortunate about it. But like I said, going back to it, Rivals is not meant to be competitive if we want to keep it 100. And I know it sounds like I'm contradicting myself, and maybe I am. But Rivals is a casual first-person shooter game, not first-person shooter. Rivals is a casual shooter game with casual people playing this casual game. So I know I talked about it on stream about the guy that had a situation happen, Kingsman or whatever. I just found out today that he just got partnered. So my theory on the whole exposure thing, as far as the tournament coordinator, is like a little bit stronger now that I'm finding out. Like, this kid just got partnered. Like, just like either it was today or yesterday, just got partnered. Situation's weird. I still stand by what I said before, where I believe the coordinator let both parties down, in my opinion. And people that do tournaments, you guys just have to do better. That's literally what it is. There's so many options that you can do if there's a conflict of interest when it comes to tournaments, especially like this. Y'all need better communication. Wow, he just got partnered. I really think that my theory that I said in the video is actually very true. But either way, if you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, that sucks. This whole thing sucks pretty much. But from what I heard, his last stream that he just had, he just got the money back. People were doing gifted subs and bits, and they did about the equivalency of how much he would have won in a tournament. So I think that's pretty cool. And I really hope that anybody else that's a part of the other party doesn't get any hate and just take this as like a learning experience. But yeah, that's it. All right, bye.